You already, he told you he ain't coming.
Yeah.
He said
All
he was
right.
here.
Like to call the meeting to order. It's a little before 7, but I think we're all here. Let the minutes reflect all board members are present except Jamie Miller, who will not be with us tonight.
Oh, he won't.
Oh, there you go.
Short meeting then. Besides that,
Okay.
I'd like to welcome everyone, and for those of you who don't know, my boss is here tonight. Missy Allen, the new trustee for Delaware Township. Welcome.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
We need to be talking to you.
So you just got the mayor. Keep talking. Yeah. All right. Take a look at the consent calendar and the latest agenda. Any additions, corrections, and if none,
I got it.
motion to approve the minutes and consent calendar.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Charlie?
Second.
Jim, second. Terry, where do we start tonight?
Supposed to start at Jamie, so I guess we'll move down one and start at Charlie.
Okay.
Aye.
Mr. Shoemaker.
Aye.
Mr. Platt.
Aye.
Mr. Westmoreland.
Yes.
Mr. Moulton.
Yes. New business. Anyone in the audience have anything to say tonight? Comments?
Yeah,
Better yet. All right. We'll move on to special reports. Chief's report.
Have nothing to add.
Any questions about the report sent out? Anybody? Okay. All right then. I think it's time to swear in our member that has not been sworn in yet.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and faithfully discharge the duties of Board Vice Chairman.
and faithfully discharge the duties of Board Vice Chair.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right. We're legal now,
That's it.
as soon as you sign.
don't give me all that for money.
Now, Missy, did you see how that was done?
Yes.
Okay. Let's check.
That's all I got.
Tomorrow.
Okay, good. At this point then, I'd like to recommend, and this will be quick, we get to executive session. Let's make it 7:03 and come back at 7:15. I'll
Second.
go to executive session.
So,
I'll second.
Okay,
Jeff and Charlie.
Jeff and Charlie.
Jeff and Charlie.
Charlie Shoemaker.
Aye.
Jeff Clem.
yes.
Jim Westmoreland.
Yes.
Dean Mover.
Yes. Convene,
So move.
motion second, and a second.
Charlie Shoemaker.
Aye.
Jeff Clem.
Yes.
Dean Mover.
Yes.
Jim Westmoreland.
Yes.
Under items for action, I think we'll postpone until next month for the fourth quarter, since our treasurer's not here. Moving
You have
on,
a motion to
table.
table. Sorry.
I mean, we table the treasurer, fourth quarter treasurer report till next meeting when Jamie is here.
I'll second it.
Motion and second.
Charlie Shoemaker.
Aye.
Jeff Platt.
Yes.
Jim Westmoreland.
Yes.
Dean Mover.
Yes. Okay, items for discussion. You had a chance to read over the purchasing, after our work session, we decided to modify our purchasing SOP utilizing the co-op purchasing power. Everybody have a chance to read the addendum on that?
It's in there, yeah.
Okay. Any comments, discussion?
No, I just ordered on what you gave me, so. If you guys want to vote on it tonight, we can, or if you want to make it an action item next week. I'm sorry, Jim, I stepped on you. Jim, I'm sorry.
Well, it seems like a very sound policy to me, and definitely the additions there on the purchasing co-op seems to just tighten it up that much more to me. I don't see anything at all wrong with it.
You see, we have a policy for purchasing, especially large ticket items. Now we have an opportunity to jump in with a cooperative purchasing as EMS buys ambulances, fire trucks, any type of truck. So we are modifying our bylaws to say we can jump in on that also, which hopefully is the best price that we couldn't get on our own. That's what we're talking about. Jeff, did you write that?
I did. You know, the goal was just to have the option. So it's written both ways. At a certain dollar value, we can go out to bid, which requires him to get so many bids, or we can use a cooperative. So it kind of lets us have the discretion to do one or the other.
I personally like the addendum there, so I agree with Rick. If we're all in agreement, we could go ahead and pass that.
Now, on paragraph H,
H?
paragraph H,
Yep.
the way I interpret that, Rick, if there is an emergency, regardless of what layer it is, on the monetary limit, he can go ahead and do that. And then the board chairman, at your discretion, calls us to approve it, I mean, make a formal approval on it, or what? I don't quite understand. In other words, Rick's got to take action, and he does that. And let's say that the emergency that he did it on was, he had to spend a good bit more money than what he normally would do on his own authority.
Well, like on emergency repairs, the chief would institute getting it taken care of, but have to notify me immediately for approval. And if we're talking replacing something for $50,000, I'm sure going to get a hold of you guys.
I think you should change that language in there to say, that last sentence, notify the board chairman or in his absence, the vice chairman, as soon as possible of the event for final approval. Something that just says,
We
you're
don't
going to
shows
incur a large
that the
expense,
board-
you got to call him or
Well,
myself.
that's what this was meant for. If we have a tornado come through town tonight and I have to get cranes and this and that, I'm gonna go out and get them. I don't,
No, we're
I'm not
not-
gonna have time to, well, what Jeff just said for final approval, that means I gotta call Jeff or Dean before I get this stuff.
No, my comments were after the
Yeah.
fact. I just wanted to
No,
make,
that's why this was written like this.
but no, I'm
You
questioning
guys
what.
are going to be
Will
notified.
the board
and I gotta
chairman
make a
just go
motion,
ahead and
Jeff's
approve
gonna
that,
make a-
or
you know, we gotta
in
make a
your
decision
discretion,
right
will you
now.
call us all together to
And it's under for emergencies only.
approve it?
Well, then why is there
vote
an
on it?
approval needed if you have the authority to do it?
Well, because I'm gonna have to come back and tell Dean or tell you.
Well, you
hey,
should have to
we-
come back and tell the board because you've already spent it.
Yeah, well, it was, you know, we're gonna tell you we're gonna tell Dean right away.
Yeah.
That
The
we spent
information
this
would
money.
be disseminated, but you're right. In an emergency, like tornado coming through and he needs $100,000 worth of whatever, start the ball rolling, notifies me and I notify you guys.
That's what
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
But the
see.
ball is already rolling.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, because if something comes through, then I'm not gonna be able to get a hold of you, your house is, you know, you're gone and something else, so, and then I'm playing, okay, now we're gonna play 20 questions trying to find somebody, I need to get stuff now.
But now that Charlie has the certificates,
I just wanted to, I just wanted to make sure that the interpretation of that paragraph,
It's just for.
nobody interpreted that would be holding you up because of
Right.
Does not.
notifying.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
correct. That's right, Jim.
Yeah.
You in that certificate business.
You got them.
Yeah.
Anything else? By the way, thank you for
Yeah.
modifying that. Any other discussion? If, like I said, the board is in agreement, we could go ahead and vote and approve that SOP change tonight.
I move that we, oh, he's already done that. Jeff, did you make a move?
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
Well, I move that we accept this draft procurement, purchasing and bidding policy as presently amended and with no further amendments.
Motion, second?
Second.
Charlie Shoemaker,
Yes.
Jeff Clapp,
Yes.
Jim Westmoreland.
Yes.
Dean Moberg.
Yes. And work session, as we kicked around, actually I wanted Rick to add these to our items for discussion, so we have it out here in front of us. Charlie, you made some good points about throwing good money after bad. And tonight, we are not making final decisions, but I would recommend that we give approval to gather information at this
Bid.
point, bids, for replacement of 561 and 569, which is going to be as we know, a lengthy process. But we should have board approval to start the process.
561 is the 88 pumper,
The pumper.
Right,
and 569
Nine's the pickup.
the pickup.
I have talked to Steve Wagner. He said we can spend the money that we budgeted for equipment reserve, but we will have to, once we sell that truck for 10, 12, whatever we get out of it, then we'll have to do a budget amendment to show that as income so we can budget spending
What
it,
truck you talking about?
the pickup,
Okay.
too. If we get 10,
Bumper's going out.
yeah, if we get 10,000 for that truck, then we have to do a budget amendment to show
That's the
that as
intent.
income,
Yeah.
so we can then spend it on the equipment reserve.
We haven't voted on approving purchase. We're just saying, let's
Right.
get the ball rolling here. Because realistically, Rick, the pumper is going to take how long to spec out?
Oh, the officer's gonna have a meeting on it tomorrow night, so I'll issue boxing gloves and winter stands out. It's gonna take them several months to get what they, down pat, and then they'll talk with the sales representative and then another month or two, so we're looking at July anyway.
Yeah.
So, and then the pickup, I could probably have you guys some numbers by March, but that's gonna be pushing it really, really hard. So I would say the April meeting, I'll have numbers for you guys on the pickup.
The only thing, and I want to interrupt you, the only thing I'd worry about the pickup, and we talked at the study session, maybe we can piggyback off of the sheriff while they just did that. If we wait too long,
Oh,
we're not
absolutely.
going to be able to piggyback and save ourselves some money. You with me, what I'm
On the
saying?
sheriff's bid?
Yeah, he's already buying these vehicles.
Yeah, he buys them through the state,
Oh, I thought he was buying,
I would imagine, we've gone on the state website, and we've got their numbers. Jeff's went to Ford today to get finalized on Ford.
okay, you know where
product.
I'm going
He's
though.
meeting with Chevy tomorrow.
If they was already buying these, we
Right.
could piggyback that off of that, we could save ourselves a great bunch of money.
Are those state numbers always available to us then?
Yes, it's available online.
All right, so those values are set, you can use those in the bid
Yes,
process to say,
yes.
okay.
Didn't you say, though, that one year you guys actually beat the state?
Yeah, when we
with
bought
Zach?
that truck, and of course, with Lisa, she can go on the state's website and see what the bid is too, so I mean, that's what gives them.
they have the option to
Yeah,
beat
they've
it.
got the option to look at a bid, oh yeah, we can beat that bid, so.
And Jeff, what's our deal? Is it 3%?
5%,
5%? If
Local?
a vendor,
It's
local vendor
5%,
is within
yeah.
5%.
which is
Yeah.
that's a pretty good margin
That is
on a
really
large
good.
expense.
That is
So
So
I thought it was 3, but it's 5.
we should probably push on that a little bit. If they're gonna be within 5, they need to
Well,
sharpen
but if they
that
come
up.
in under, then it's a done deal.
That's even better.
Absolutely. So I think we kicked it around pretty good at the work session, but I think we just need board approval to start the ball rolling here and get some figures together. And
I'll make a motion that he go ahead and start getting his bids.
561 and 569.
do we actually need a vote on that, or do you just need board approval to?
I would, if you want a motion, that's up to you, but if long you guys are
I'd say
in
let the
agreement,
minutes reflect that the board
Board's given the approval.
discussed it, and we'd like to start the
as
ball
long as you
rolling and
guys are all in
get bids.
agreement that
Only takes them.
when I come in here in April and give you
Exactly.
guys a stack of bids, or when I call Dean up and say, hey, Dean, bid opening is gonna be on such and such a date. So,
Okay.
Well, spending that kind of money, if we
Sure.
come to necessary under our agreement, we can pretty much get together real quick, like it was gonna save us some money.
And we have.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, we got one.
Absolutely.
okay, so I will get the process rolling.
Okay. Board member concerns, Jeff? Charlie? Jim?
No, I'm good.
Again, the only thing I'll put, and I want it on the record, I witnessed the ice rescue team the other day and did a fine job rescuing that dog off the lake. Hopefully the paper does give us some positive publicity on that. The pictures turned out pretty good that my daughter took. So hopefully we see that, but it was impressive. Jeff and Dave went out with suits on, crab crawling or whatever you want to say, across the ice till he finally broke through. The dog had been out there for 3.5 hours and would not budge off the ice. They went out and got him, fell through the ice, grabbed him, he was tethered, and they pulled him back in. So, done very well, and those of us in the community that were there to witness it were very impressed.
All right.
Good.
And you might let the board know the hierarchy of rescue like that. You were telling me, so human falls through, they respond immediately.
We're having some discussion over that. Right now, our policy says animals, we respond non-emergency, but then one young man brought up that a dog is basically family. I mean, my wife's dog is her kid and it's a pain in the butt to me, but the dog's an ant, you know. So we're probably going to change our policy to read one truck will run emergency to assess the situation and then downgrade. Or right now, our policy says we do not rescue cows or wildlife. Deer will hurt you, cows, we've rescued a couple of cows and they're hamburger the next day. Horses and dogs, of course, horses are a high dollar item. We've pulled 3 horses out before, and dogs, of course, not wild dogs, but family pet dogs is another item, so we're probably gonna be changing our policy.
What do the surrounding areas do? Do they view it as a,
Nobody has written policies on, they just,
Get judgment call?
yeah, they'll respond emergency to most anything, and we try to respond cut our emergency responses down, because the more emergency we respond to, the more chances we take of hurting someone.
so right now, there is no emergency response for an animal?
Not for an animal. But we will, probably we'll do, make the first truck emergency once they get on scene, like
We
I was
have
the
to add
first truck
another
out there.
category on our tracking, the animal emergency.
Animal
Well,
emergency.
after what Dean said last week, it sort of scared me, because if you didn't make a judgment call to do that, then didn't you say that somebody was gonna go
Yeah,
out
the neighbors
there
are gonna go out,
and
and
Oh, yeah.
the neighbors go
What
out,
do you
so
say
there's a
about
lot
that?
of issues.
Well,
in there.
a neighbor went and got a boat
Yeah,
and would have to break through the ice all the way out. County sheriff came up and said, no, you're not. And it got a little heated there, that the guy's on private property, and if I want to go out there, I can. But the county sheriff knew the fire department was coming. So whoever told him, or his judgment was, you civilians stay on the bank and let the guys take care of it.
my own concern with that would be is, you know, that's, like I said, private property, and the guy, maybe it's his dog, I don't know. But if he's not there, then the last thing you want to do is jeopardize some teenage kid or something trying to go out there. We got fire personnel, you know, I mean,
Trained
Don't get-
personnel.
right,
To take care of it.
let's don't be getting no kids, you know,
Yeah.
I mean,
So that's why we're gonna probably upgrade it to a partial emergency response.
but I
Is
think it ought to be your call.
Yeah.
You know, I'd hate for the sheriff department, I get along with them fine, to dictate to, you
Well,
know,
really, you can't. I mean, they were on private property. If that owner wanted to say, I'm going to go out on my pond,
Right.
the sheriff cannot say, no, you're not. It's like evacuating. If Lansing PD walks up to your house and says, you have to get out of your house, no, you don't. And they can't make you.
okay, at your,
It's your
I like
discretion.
the
Now, we don't
judgment
have to go save you.
I like your judgment call, you know, or the ship lieutenant, if you're not
Yeah.
around here, makes the, says, okay, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like getting somebody else permission to do that.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that's
that's all
that'll be
I-
a change coming up.
Anything else? Okay, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Motion and second.
yeah, I could.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie Schumacher,
Yes.
Jeff Clem,
Yes.
Jim Westmoreland,
Yeah.
Dean Moberg.
Yes. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Anybody.
Hey,